My name is Marcus Cutcliff. I'm 18 years old from Trenton, New Jersey. I never thought I'd be playing baseball, when I was a kid. And I didn't even think I'd make it to the major leagues once, I finally started playing. And once I realized I was actually kind of good at it, I didn't think I'd be drafted to a major league team this quickly. I got to thank my mom for me even liking baseball. I didn't really care about sports when I was a kid. I just loved cartoons and anime. I'd be out in the backyard or in the street with, my friends, and, we go and pretend to shoot Kamehameha waves at each other because we see like Goku or Gohan. We'd just, like charge up special beam cannon, like acting like we were Piccolo. That's what I did as a kid. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! I collected all the cards. I'm pretty sure I still have a deck somewhere in my, it was one of my drawers at home. I love Naruto. The only sport that I really liked or even cared for was wrestling. We go to my cousin's house and, we'd watch like SmackDown or Raw, and we give each other stunners and pedigrees. I remember one time my cousin actually rock bottomed my other cousin on the couch. It was just, it was always good times. We put each other in like figure fours and sharpshooters, and then mom and auntie would come in and like hear a bang or something. They're like, I told y'all stop wrestling downstairs, y'all gonna break something. That was my sports experience growing up. Like, I thought I would be in the WWE, wrestling if I was ever going to do a sport in my life, not playing baseball. And how I got to like baseball was that my mom actually took us out to a Trenton Thunder game. I can't remember why she did. It was just like maybe there was like a promotion or like a kids go free day or something like that. I don't remember why. But it was back in 2006, and we were at a waterfront park. It's now Arm & Hammer Park, but that's what they called it back then. And that's when I started to fall in love with baseball. I would keep all the programs and stuff from the games we went to. I never got to see a Yankees game in person, but I became a Yankees fan because that's what they get called up to. I remember guys like Shelley Duncan and Brett Gardner, Austin Jackson, Alfredo Aceves, Austin Romine, Melky Mesa. I even got to stand with all the people that came in that day when Derek Jeter came down to rehab. I was standing all the way in the back because we couldn't get any tickets that day. And my mom would always take me whenever she had the money to, even though I begged her like every single day, like mom, I want to go see the Thunder. Because I liked seeing the mascot Boomer when I was a kid. He's like this little bird thing, and he was really cool. And then they had the Bat Dogs. Well, it used to just be Chase, and then they had his son out there too. Chase actually passed away recently. Rest in peace. But that was always the reason why I came. It was always a fun atmosphere, and I love being out there. And that's what introduced me to baseball. But I'll never forget, in 2006, my first game there, I saw the guy who became my hero and my favorite Yankee of all time. Hideki Matsui. And he came out after the game, and I remember before he got on the team bus to leave, he actually spotted me, and I caught like one of the little foul balls afterwards, and he actually took my baseball from me, gave me a little fist bump, rubbed my head, and he pulled out a marker and signed it for me. And he's the reason why I play baseball. And he's the reason why I wear 55, because that's my hero. And I remember him playing as a Yankee, winning the World Series, winning MVP. That's the guy that made me want to become a baseball player. So I'm at the Bauman Scout Day camp, and Bleacher Report tells me I have to cover this kid, Marcus Cutcliff. Never heard of him. They don't even guarantee me that he'll even get a feature on the site. They can't even give me anything to work with. He's just some black kid from an inner city who somehow made it to camp last minute. I can't get Kelly Switzer, who just won the College World Series for Cal State Fullerton, or Boone Kuzminoff, the power hitter from Central Michigan, or what about that wacky sidearm pitcher, Teddy Levesque? He played for LSU and didn't take a loss all season. The young Mexican prospect Rafael Marquez playing shortstop. Even Colton Bloomquist, the best high school player from Marcus's own state. None of them. I can't wait for the inevitable one comment, "Who cares, your writing sucks," from the same loser who tracks me every single article after this. But I know why I got this story. Not a lot of blacks represented in baseball. He's a pitcher. It's potentially interesting. I get it. Don't know why they threw it on me. Can't wait for, a spin on a lead for this, a playoff at AC/DC song maybe. Black is back. The resurgence of African-American pitchers starts here. Who knows? Make the best of it, right? So I finally get to meet my story, Marcus Cutcliff. He's this 6'5", maybe 185-pound soaking wet dude with straight cornrows and mutton chop sideburns. Got this big old smile on his face. Walk up to him and say, "Hey, how's it going? JT Reynolds, Bleacher Report." He just says, "Hi," or however he says it, whatever. I kid you not, that's how dull of a personality he was when I met him. He's not relational at all, very task, wasn't trying to be rude, but just very short, It's like, so how long have you been playing baseball for? A while. Oh, well, what's the story behind you getting here at Scout Day? I got invited. Well, what exactly was it that got you invited? Was it a big game, or did your coach suggest you? A lot of us have no clue who you even are. Someone watched me, I guess. Well, what are your plans? Are you thinking about going to the majors, or thinking about going to college first? Nope. I'm just like, give me something, anything. Am I interviewing Greg Popovich? The story is dead in the water with this sort of interview. So a few questions later, I just kind of give up, and I ask him, why should an MLB team want to draft you? And he just said, I don't know. Watch me, I guess. He didn't say that with supreme confidence, or even as if he didn't want to talk to me. It felt as if he was asking for my assessment, Like, for him to do what he does, and for me to just fill in the blanks for him. Maybe I'm going crazy because I can't get anything out of him, and I'm just making up the story for him. So I'm filling in my own answers while filling in his. So I sat back and I watched his warm-up stuff, did a little exercise. He has a really high kick, a lot of movement in his pitching motion, but nothing too bizarre. Fastball at around 93, 94, which is all right. Throws a curve with some good break and a changeup at around 79. He hit most of his locations during the drill, but nothing extraordinary or special. He's just an average prospect. Maybe an early rounder, more like a middle rounder. I just know that I wasted my time. But then he pitches against the actual Central and West teams, who, I will remind you, are assembled of the best prospects across the nation. And all of a sudden, a monster arrived. He wasn't throwing warm-up stuff anymore. His changeup was breaking hard inside. It was circle changeups. He had a wicked slurve and mixing his fastballs with cutters and splitters. Against some of the best guys in the nation, he made anyone he faced look foolish. He wasn't just beating you with changes in pitch speeds, but also with his movement, as if he was controlling time itself. Out of the 18 batters he faced in his 2 games, 18 batters, none of them got a hit. He was throwing for strikes almost the entire time. None of them walked. Only one was able to pop up into the outfield, and he struck out 8. His stuff looked fantastic. I can't imagine what the game is like for him in his head when he pitches. He looked like a bona fide first rounder. And suddenly, my story not only became interesting, he became a can't miss for my readers and for all of Major League Baseball.